If you want to get in shape, you cannot afford to make this mistake. And it's a problem that hurt me and my ability to lose weight. But when I fixed it, I was able to get into the best shape of my life. And there are 4 steps to solving this problem to avoid this pitfall, and it starts with number 1, introducing more protein into your diet. Just in case you didn't know, protein is the most satiating macronutrient out of the 3 macronutrients, except for one category of carbohydrates, which we will actually cover at the very end of the video. The thing about protein is when you eat it, you just don't really want to eat anymore, and it's an amazing way to suppress your appetite, and especially if you enjoy protein foods like any type of meat, like eggs, like cottage cheese, maybe some other milk products, then this will work wonders for you. Another amazing thing about protein is that it can actually grow muscle even if you don't work out. There's been studies shown now that if you eat 1 gram per pound of body weight in protein, you will have a higher muscle mass even if you don't exercise compared to the person that does not. Along with this, since we are dieting down, right? This whole video is predicated to weight loss. If you are dieting down, you're going to retain more muscle. You will be more muscular when you get leaner, which is the body that we want, right? We don't want to lose weight and just become a little scrawny like skinny fat kid, right? And this is one other thing, even besides appetite, many of those skinny fat physiques actually come from being protein deficient, because what is being skinny fat? It's just a higher body fat percentage, not super high, but a very low amount of muscle, which typically comes from just being protein deficient. So yeah, let's try to avoid that. I think that'd be pretty nice, right? The way that I did this is I slowly removed sugar from my diet, and just with those calories, I added more protein-rich foods, which had this double positive effect where I wasn't eating sugar and I was also upping my protein intake. And since I was upping my protein, I was more satiated and my appetite was not as rampant and just not raging through my body as much. Number 2 is caffeine and any other stimulants. Not only does this speed up your metabolism, because while it speeds up your heart rate, it speeds up your breathing, you're more jittery all over the place if you're drinking caffeine, or maybe not, maybe you've just been drinking it and you've never taken a tolerance break in your life, which is stupid. This is one thing I need to go on a tangent about. You must take tolerance breaks from caffeine because you are not getting the effect that you want if you've been drinking the same amount for God knows how long. And another major thing with caffeine is it actually lowers your overall appetite, and this has been proven time and time again now. If you are drinking caffeine, if you're drinking any type of energy drink, you can expect your appetite to be reduced. And I used to heavily utilize this back in the day where I would be going on my more extreme diets. I would always have some type of energy drink throughout the day to fuel your workout, boost your metabolism, and you overall just feel better. Caffeine raises your dopamine and it makes the boring things in your day-to-day life more fun. So you'll be more inclined to exercise, you'll be more inclined to eat cleaner, and you won't be craving as much junk food as you would regularly. Number 3 is saving calories for later in the day. What I've found in my life that absolutely crushes my appetite is simply skipping a lot of the bigger meals early in the day and pushing them later to the afternoon, not too close to bed because you don't want to stuff yourself right before going to sleep. That's also not good for you. That's going to increase your body temperature like crazy. But if you go to sleep at 9, somewhere around 4, maybe 5, around there, you could have a bigger meal that's going to satiate you more, and you don't have to worry about overeating right before bed. So this is kind of a form of intermittent fasting, I guess, but this made a huge difference on how crazy my appetite was throughout the day. A lot of people recommend that you eat a bunch of small little meals, but with this more counterintuitive way, I've found that if you just don't eat throughout the morning and like the early afternoon and push all your calories to the end of the day, you end up over a longer period of time not overeating as much, which then over the span of a couple of months leads you to lose more weight. And number 4, adding more fiber into your diet. So fiber per calorie is the most satiating thing you can eat. Fiber isn't even really a macronutrient. I guess it's like a form of carbohydrate, but we can't digest it. So for that reason, it actually has 0 calories. And this is why a lot of these green vegetables have such little calories. It's because we can't digest the calories. Our stomach doesn't break it down. Our gut doesn't break it down. We don't absorb it. It just passes right through and we poop it out. This is why something like corn, if you've ever eaten it and then taken a shit and then looked at it, doesn't really change. You eat the corn, it comes out of corn, right? That's fiber. So if you can add more higher fiber foods into your diet, one of my favorites is something like carrots. I think out of all the high fiber foods, it genuinely just tastes the best. If you add more of these, you can eat more volume with lower calories and thus feel more satiated, reduce your appetite, and lose more weight. So whenever I used to get very, very hungry, I would just eat like half a kilogram of carrots, which is around a pound of carrots, and that completely took away any type of hunger that I had. If you want to 10x your weight loss, press the first link in the description, join our free Skool group. At 100 members, I'll make it paid. So if you join now, you get it free for life. If I give you anything of value, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.